Hey y'all, do my nighttime self-care routine with me while I talk about one of the things that no one tells you about rest. Because those somatic symptoms, those physical symptoms you may be feeling, might be because you're not allowing yourself to rest. When you don't allow yourself to rest, your nervous system stays in fight, flight, fawn, or freeze mode for way too long. Your muscles, your breathing, and even your mind starts holding on to the fact that you are always in a state of alert. That your amygdala is always going off. It's always alarming that something is dangerous. It's not that you won't rest. It's that your body doesn't feel safe enough to rest. When you are so hypervigilant, scanning, doing, producing, performing, and in survival mode, it's about staying alive, not being well, or allowing your body to exhale. In fact, your body don't even know how to exhale in that mode, in that stage. Parasympathetic nervous system allows you to rest, to digest your food, and to heal. But when you're in that state for too long, your sympathetic system can't turn on. When you lie down, your mind keeps racing, your mind keeps going, and all you really want to do is sleep. Neuroplasticity is the practice where tension, worry, and doing it all has to relearn. Like your brain has to relearn that there's safety in stillness and that there is safety in being. Without that, and without you allowing your body and your brain to do that, you'll still get those headaches. You'll still feel dizzy. You'll still feel shortness of breath. You'll still feel like your muscles are tired. Because rest is an essential thing that you need for your body to not only restore, but for your mind and your emotions to restore. Sometimes your anxiety and your depression is linked to your ability to rest. One of the symptoms that I learned the hard way was jaw clenching and grinding. Even grinding in your sleep. Grinding and jaw clenching creates this tension between your teeth as well as in your face, where you even get headaches. You even start to feel like sinuses because your body is struggling to rest to the point that your teeth and your jaw is reacting when you are trying to do it. So here's some things that you can do to help your body feel safe again and reset your nervous system. The first thing is a breathing exercise. You will inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 8 seconds. That allows your brain to reset and also signals to your brain that you are safe. The second thing you can do is a grounding technique exercise where you use your senses. So the first thing you might do is name 5 things that you see. Then you may do 4 things that you hear. And then 3 things that you smell. 2 things that you taste. And 1 thing that you feel. Another thing you can do is body movement. So like gentle stretching, walking, somatic shaking, dancing if you're a dancer. Like these are great ways to reset your nervous system, to allow yourself not only to rest but to be present in the moments and find gratitude in the now and not just focusing or hyper-focusing on the future or even the past. And lastly is stillness, giving your body permission to rest before you earn it. A lot of times, people feel guilty for resting because, 1, they link their worth to their productivity. 2, they avoid stillness because silence sometimes can reveal discomfort. Sometimes people are avoiding their own thoughts, their own feelings. They don't want to reflect or even feel the emotions that they are feeling, so they make themselves, or they harbor on busyness, not even productivity, but busyness, so that they don't have to feel. And lastly is FOMO, the fear of being forgotten, the fear of missing out, the fear of being replaced will have people needing to constantly do, constantly prove, and constantly produce. And the best way to really overcome that and not have guilt around that, those type of guilts, one is understanding that rest is not just doing nothing. I think I talked about that in one of my other videos, is that rest is within the process of productivity. Rest is a part of recovering, like the recovering process. That you have to say to yourself that rest is how I maintain the quality of my output. It's not a reward after I burn myself out. It's not a reward after I start feeling anxious. It's not a reward after my body is screaming and yelling at me to calm down, to rest, to sleep, to feel the feelings that I'm feeling, to cry, to create, whatever those things are. Another challenge is, a lot of people grew up believing or grew up being conditioned that rest had to be earned. So part of, understanding that not only do I need rest, but not feeling guilty for resting is challenging that belief that rest is earned. Replace "I'll rest when I'm done" or "I'll rest when I die" with "I rest because I'm human and I'm not a machine." The third thing that I tell my clients a lot of time is to schedule your rest with intention. Schedule it in your day, because a lot of times when you are not used to resting, it is easy to forget that your body needs rest. And rest is not something that's negotiable. Like, it's a necessary thing that you need. Lastly is to notice your nervous system response. Notice when the guilt is creeping in and pause and ask yourself, what part of me feels unsafe slowing down? And who taught me that being still is lazy? Because oftentimes guilt around rest is also a trauma response to survival mode, and it's not just laziness. This idea that if I rest, I'm being lazy is something that, again, we were conditioned to believe. And oftentimes when we did rest, when we did lie around the house, when we did just sleep in, for instance, we were yelled at, we were told that we were not going to be kids that just sleep around, that just lay around, that don't do nothing, like I'm not going to raise a bum. Like, these are things, like, we were yelled at. And I'm using the word "we" because I do want to be inclusive, and I don't want people to feel like they are being attacked. But people really raise their children to believe that resting is this bad thing that you can't allow yourself to do. And I do want to make sure I emphasize that rest doesn't always mean sleeping. That emotional rest, sensory rest, creative rest, spiritual rest, mental, psychological rest, all of those rests are necessary. All of those rests help you to recover. Even setting boundaries and saying no to allow yourself to have that time to rest is essential. So I hope this helps. I hope that you can allow yourself to rest and utilize rest as a form of resistance, as a form of allowing yourself to honor you, and as a way to get back to you without other people's conditions and what they have placed on you. Because you are deserving of rest, not because you earn it, but because you are you. And you deserve the best version of you that can possibly exist. And that includes resting. All right, I am Tierra Burns again. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and a licensed therapist in the state of California, North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Florida, and California. Please, please, please subscribe. If you like this video, please like it below. Comment, y'all. I do comment back. I promise you, I talk back. And continue to follow and watch this series. I have a few more parts to this series that I think that y'all will really, really love and enjoy. I hope y'all enjoyed this skincare routine. And y'all have a great, great day. And do not allow anyone, and I mean anyone, even yourself, to convince you that you can operate without rest and they can use you to the point where your body starts to feel the betrayal of you not allowing yourself to rest. Take time to rest today and do it without any guilt, any shame, and any embarrassment. Until next time, bye.